Psalm 3. Before I get to Psalm 3, this is a Psalm of David. You don't know who David is. He, back in the day, a king, a warrior king. Talked about a warrior king last Sunday. This one's a good one. Last Sunday talked about a bad king. This is a good king in a spiritual sense, in a relationship with God sense. Morally, save those stories for another day. Morally, but spiritually, relationship with God on point. And there's no one perfect in this Bible, okay? So David did some stuff, and as a result of one of the many things that he did, or in this case allowed to happen, his son is after him. So David's son is after him, trying to kill him with a bunch of armies on their way to get David. So David is the one who wrote this song. Psalm 3. It's a short one, don't worry. O Lord, how many are my foes? How many rise up against me? Many are saying of me, God will not deliver him. But you are a shield around me, O Lord. You bestow glory on me and lift my head up. To the Lord I cry aloud, and he answers me from his holy hill. I lie down and sleep. I wake again because the Lord sustains me. I will not fear the tens of thousands drawn up against me on every side. Arise, O Lord, deliver me, O my God. Strike all my enemies on the jaw. Break the teeth of the wicked. From the Lord comes deliverance. May your blessing be on your people. Selah. So, David is threatened big time here. Now, we can all relate to feeling threatened, right? Especially these days. Now, these days, I would say that there are too many people who are easily offended and feel easily threatened, and anxiety is high, right? So sometimes we're feeling threatened and there's really no need to be, but it's still a real threat to you, even in those times. But I'm talking about some real threats. Like I said, David is being chased down by his son, and his life is at stake here. But David is turning to God. And there's a quote, the movie I like called Devil's Advocate. Right? I like it. Check it out if you haven't seen it, right? Al Pacino's in this movie and Keanu Reeves in this movie. Al Pacino plays the devil, and he says to Keanu Reeves, who's playing a lawyer, he says, look, I know you got talent. I'm paraphrasing. I know you got talent, but what I'm thinking about is pressure. You know, some people you squeeze them and they fold. Some people you squeeze them and they focus. Can you summon your talents at will? Can you deliver on a deadline? That's what Al Pacino says. A great scene. Check out the movie. All right? But it's kind of how we think, in a sense, where we kind of think of life as two different paths. Either we're going to run away from this particular problem, or we're going to put it all on our shoulders and tackle it ourselves, right? But we have our limits, right? Our strength, our intelligence, our resources all have limits, but we're putting it all on ourselves. We're going to knock it out, or we're going to run away. And I want to talk about the third option. The third option that we see in Psalm 3, David, big time threat. David, a warrior king. David is experienced. David is a great warrior himself, but he finds himself in some big time trouble, and he's turning to God. He's turning to God. A lot of times when we talk about put your trust in God, let go, let God, stuff like that, and there isn't enough times where we explain what that means, what that looks like. Yeah? And what it looks like is it's not doing nothing. All right? There's this kind of idea out there sometimes where to trust God means you're not doing anything, and that's not true. Now, sometimes there's nothing you can do, but in most cases, we're going to continue to move forward wisely, strongly. But our faith is being put in God. It's kind of like, when's the last time you tried to get good at something, right? Something maybe you've never done before. Maybe you're in the gym trying to work on some different muscles. Maybe you're trying to learn an instrument. You're trying to maybe study for something that you're not good at. Maybe you're not knowledgeable of. You're trying to become really knowledgeable about something. Whatever it is, there's like discipline that's required. You have to keep pushing yourself to accomplish this thing, all right? You have to keep pushing yourself to be good at it. And when you stray from the discipline, then the outcomes start to stray, right? So eventually, you keep strengthening that muscle, so to speak, and you get to the point where you don't even need to try to be good at it anymore. You're just good at it, all right? That's kind of what I mean with God, trusting God. So you put faith in God, and you keep moving best you can, but you're trusting in Him. You're not trusting in yourself. Right? The difference is where you're putting your trust, where you're putting your faith. That is the difference, right? There's a difference between me looking at my resources as how I'm going to be delivered or defeat my enemy, versus I'm looking at God, and I get my confidence from looking at God as my source of how I'm going to defeat that enemy. That's very different. All right? So that's what I bring to you this morning. Kind of like if you're looking for, like I love the gospel in that sense, like we're reconnecting with God, and now God is our third option, right? So we have those options. It's like a payment plan, right? You look at a payment plan, and there's always one of the options that's horrible, right? And then there's the option of course, I'm going to take this option. And to me, the gospel, God is that option that, of course, you should take, right? Because you could run away from your problems, which a lot of people do, right? For a variety of reasons. You could put all the pressure on yourself to be the deliverer for yourself and others around you. Put all the pressure on yourself, which a lot of us do, or you can trust in God. All right? Choose wisely, church. Amen.